Hi everyone, so we return today to Car Mechanic Simulator. We're going to continue. We've got invoice 4 to do today. This is the fourth job in the career mode. So it was something to do with checking the onboard computer and making sure all of the electric system was working as it should be. Okay, so here we are. We've got this green car in today, and if we look at the repair order, we're performing an OBD scan. This is an onboard computer scan, and we need to check any of the electrical parts for any problems that are being reported. So, a bit of fault finding today. I'm guessing we have to get inside the car to begin with. Okay. OBD link, that's where we plug it in. So here we are, the OBD Reader 300 Pro. It's just reading the system, checking for errors. Right, so we've done that check, and clearly nothing was found. We've repaired it. There was no faults found on that system. Well, that was easy. Okay, straight on to number 5 then. We are repairing the starter. I'm guessing it's the starter motor. I heard I can have my starter repaired here. It barely works, but I don't have money for a whole new one. Can you repair it for $100? Right, so we're not actually putting any new parts on today. We are trying to repair an original part. So I'm guessing to begin with, we're going to have to get the old one out. Now that's going to be... that's the alternator. It's going to be somewhere lower down. We might have to put it up on the lift. Yes, I think we will. It'll be near the flywheel. Not a very good view here. Oh no, here it is. There it is. So we'll have that one off. Right, okay. Let's go over to our workbench then. 6%, that's not good. Do you want to repair the starter for $93 US? Yes I do. Okay, so that should be repaired. Let's just have a look here. Show inventory. We've got, there we go, and starter. Nicely repaired. And it's worth $150 now. But we're not selling it. We're going to refit it to the car. We'll just swing around the back again, and we should be able to fit it back on. Nice and easy with 2 bolts. Now the job that was involved there of actually repairing that would have been very complex, so it makes it look a lot easier than it would be in real life. But yes, he's got a nice new starter motor there, or a nice reconditioned starter motor. We will just check this. And that's done as well. So if that really did cost us that amount to repair, we haven't really made much there, but it was a quick job. So we'll move on once again. We're getting through these. Right, invoice 6 then. Perform a test drive. Oh no, not a test drive. Last time I did that I crashed. And replace all the damaged parts. So this is a big job by the look of things, $1,000 US. Shifting gears is much harder than it should be. There is probably something wrong with the clutch. Okay, well, yeah, that's going to be a big problem, big job, if it is the clutch. So we'll take it for a test drive, see how things go. Hopefully I don't crash. I probably will. Right, acceleration test. Off we go then. Hey, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Braking seems a bit hard though. Now for the braking test. See how well it does it. It came out the box. It seems to have passed the test, but it didn't look that good. Okay, now for the slalom, the one I cannot do. I think I'll take it a bit more steady this time. suspension test. It's a bumpy ride. Right, well that seemed to go okay. There didn't seem to be too much of a problem. So yeah, apparently there is a problem with shifting gears, which is likely to be the gearbox or the clutch. They think it's the clutch, so that's a pretty good hint. So what I'll do is get it up on the car lifter, and we better have a quick inspection in the engine bay. Likely to be within the gearbox though, that's where the clutch is. Gearbox itself is 85%, so it can't be that, must be something else within. So it's going to be a bit of a big job by the look of things. I think what I'll do is just lower it down again, have a look under the bonnet, see what we can see. Right, gearbox. That's where the gearbox is. It shows everything which is connected to it. So we'd have to remove the starter and the drive axles before we can do anything. So we better do that. It must be somewhere near the clutch. And the drive axles should come off, but we might have to take the wheels off. Yep, I think we will. I like the oily handprint there. Yeah, we'll take the wheels off. Oh, probably best to. And that gets that out of the way. Now we should have access to the drive axle, which runs through here. And there's our centre bolt. That's that one off. Now the other side. Wheel off again. Okay, now for this drive axle. And that should give us enough access to the gearbox to get that off as well. So we'll just slip underneath the car, get a good view of the gearbox. Right, so we can now get to the bolts which hold it on. I'm actually loving this game now, it's really good, or simulator. It's really good. Right, so here's our clutch with our pressure plate, and I can see a damaged part there, bearing. Clutch release bearing is gone. That's one problem then. Anything else? Pressure plate seems good. We better give this an inspection. Aha, there is something else. What's that back there? There is something behind the pressure plate. So we will fetch this off. Make sure we don't lose all the bolts. Ah yes, look at this. Friction plate. That's also gone. So we know what we're buying then. We're buying a new bearing and a new friction plate. So we'll head over to our parts store. Bearing should be first, clutch release bearing, $100. And friction plate, where's that? FR, maybe it comes under clutch friction plate. Yes it does. Wow, $500. Oh well, we're getting paid a fair bit here, and there is a big labour charge. It's a fairly big job. I think in real life this is a day's work. Obviously depending on how much experience you've got. So we'll build this up. Let's get the new friction plate on there, and our new bearing will have to go on as well. Everything else though is looking pretty good. and the bearing. Right, so on goes the gearbox, which is pretty good still. That would be one expensive part. Okay, we should be able to put the starter on now. Should be good. And finally, these have to be done from each side. Put that one in there, and we'll have to come out again. Put this one in here. Right, so that's all looking pretty good. I think we'll just check the condition of everything. Yeah, that all seems good. Happy with that. Okay, well, we'll put the wheels on. And the other side as well. Okay, that should be it done. We'll just check. Yes, it is. We've done the test drive. We've repaired all the damaged parts. So I think we can safely say that's done. Hopefully the customer likes it. Okay, invoice 7. Replace the car battery, check the alternator. That is pretty easy. Again though, $1,000. That seems very reasonable. I replaced the battery 4 years ago, or 4 days ago. Crikey. But today I was unable to start my car again. Check what's wrong, please. Yeah, it's going to be a charging problem. Definitely the alternator, I think. So, we better have a look under the bonnet. See what we can see. Should be alternator around here. Let's just examine the condition. Unknown. Okay. Interesting. Conditions unknown. Maybe if we put it up on the lift, we'll be able to get a better view. Maybe not. Okay. Obviously I'm doing something wrong here. The alternator should be giving us a condition. I mean, it could... No, it's not the serpentine belt. I think we'll remove it then. It's not giving me the condition. Yep, there we go, 5%. So definitely that needs to be replaced. So we'll do that now. It could be possibly repaired, but is it worth it? $237, or, I mean, he hasn't specified whether he wants a new part or a used part. Obviously that's more expensive. Let's have a look here. Check the alternator. Yeah, he hasn't really said. He's paid a lot of money, so I think we should probably give him a new one. It's only fair. If it had been cheaper, we could have gone with a repair job. But he spent a lot on it, so let's give him a new one. Try and get a better view. Okay, we'll put the new alternator on there. Put that in. Put the belt back on, I think it's okay. 76%, so that's fine. Okay, so I'm guessing they're happy with that. Maybe the battery though. Right, so it's on 1%, the battery. Needs a new one. Obviously it was charging it badly and it's damaged the battery, or it could be that it's just gone flat and it's showing it as damage. I don't know, actually. We should probably check that. Let's have a look. Oh yes, it wants replacing anyway. So we'll buy a new one of them. Car battery. That's pretty expensive. That really is. But yeah, they've paid enough for it. There's your new battery. Okay, there you go. Hopefully you're happy with that. Let's see if we've got it right. Good. Okay. Yeah. To get a new battery in 4 days, that's not good. So I'll mark it as repaired and we'll move on to the next one. Right, so here we are on repair order 8, and they say that the car has become loud and the muffler is probably damaged. We need to repair the exhaust. So $900 for this. This must be quite a big job, probably a fair chunk of the exhaust system. We'll have a look underneath it. Let's have a look. Right, this isn't looking too good. A bit of rust here on that muffler and also on the back box. So let's have a look. Muffler rear. We can actually examine this. Oh no, we can't. Yes, we can. 22%. So that is definitely going to have to be changed. Obviously, you got rusty over time. This one, examine. 83%. So that's fine. Middle one, 3%. Not good. That pipe's fine. Catalytic converters is fine, and that one is fine. So we've got two mufflers to replace here, the centre one and the rear one. Probably the best thing to do is to get straight onto that computer and buy the new parts. Not sure how much they're going to be, probably quite a bit, especially judging by the amount of money we've been paid for it. So I don't want to be patching any up, it might as well be a full replacement. Okay, so muffler, where are we? Muffler, will it be called exhaust muffler or just muffler? Let's have a look. Muffler middle, muffler rear, okay. They are quite pricey, but they should be the only parts we need, hopefully. Let's get these off then. We'll have this one off here, and I would imagine that this pipe in the middle will have to come off before we can remove the rest of it. Not too sure. Yes, we do. Thought that might be the case. So we'll have that off. And that's that pipe off. Now for the muffler. I like the way that everything is so easy to remove. Like a really rusty muffler in real life, the bolts would be really seized on. I like the way it makes it so easy. So, yes, we'll fit the new muffler. 100%, that's brand new. Looking good. Good, and now for the pipe. And finally, the rear muffler. Okay, so I'm hoping that's it. It looks pretty good. I can't see any other problems anywhere. If there is any, we will find them. So let's see what the repair order says. Good, repair exhaust. That is a very quick fix there. On to the next one then. Number 9. Right, so we're doing another test drive and we're repairing the steering. The steering feels really loose. Could you check it? $3,000. Wow, there must be an expensive part in here. Okay, we'll take it for a spin. With a price like that, it makes you think if it's safe to drive or not. Okay, so that is the test drive done. Now we can actually get to work and try and find this problem with the steering. So I think the first job is to actually get this wheel off. We're going to have to gain access to the tracking and everything, all the linkages and joints. So we're underneath. I can see a problem there. It's looking a bit rusty. This is all fine, so it's not a problem there. Maybe the problem is lying in the centre of the steering. It's looking a bit rusty and everything, so probably didn't actually have to take that wheel off. I'll keep it off for now. Might have to still go under there. But yeah, just there, looking a bit of a not very good part. Power steering rack, right, well that would make it not very good. To remove that, we're going to have to remove these linkages, the inner tie rod, and that obviously means the tie rod ends as well. So yes, we do have to take the wheels off in the end. So I did the right thing. We'll get it down, get that tie rod off, tie rod end off. And that should give us access to this one. And again for the other side, we'll go round. And that gets that off. And there we go, inner tie rod off. And finally, if we go back underneath it again, and there we go, the power steering rack, get that off. So I think that is actually the only cause here. Obviously it's in the middle of the system. I'm surprised it was handling quite so well on that test drive if the power steering rack is gone, but we will replace it. We've been paid a lot of money, so we'll put a new one in. Where is it? Drive shaft, power steering. Need to get to P. Power steering rack, yeah, 1,500. But having said that, 1,500 and they're paying us 3,000. It's mainly labour costs, I guess. Okay, so we'll put the new one in. We'll just fit that in there, and then we can lower it all down again. That way we can put the tie rods back on. And there we go. That should be that side done. So we'll put the wheel on. Good. And this side, there's a lot of work with the front axles in this game. Seems to be a lot at the front, not as much at the back. And there we go. Put that one in. And the wheel. Good. Right. Well, I'm guessing that's it. Yes, it is. So, we'll mark that as repaired. And that is actually it for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. You can join me again this time next week, and we will be continuing. But yeah, thanks for watching, and have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.